Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Blind Wave Podcast. We're live Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we are almost every Thursday.
Indeed.
Welcome back.
Hi.
We're watching commercials.
I was watching Pokemon. I came back from watching Legends of Tomorrow, and there's just a commercial just playing on my computer.
We're starting a new channel, Blind Wave Reacts to Commercials.
Yep, one commercial. I want to say how proud I am of everybody's hard work this week. Last week, Aaron's long time coming commercial finally went up on YouTube, and it was at a couple hundred views, I think, right? Or 100 views, maybe,
it
when
was
we
at
started?
A couple hundred or so.
It was
Like
a couple hundred.
230, I think.
Yep. But now, a week later, it is at 21,737 views. And in the next 2 hours, each and every one of you we need your help, okay? We are going to get this to 25,000 views in 2 hours.
Ridiculous.
I know, you might say, that's impossible.
It's ridiculous.
It's not, okay? You get the link, you'll watch it, it's 30 seconds, refresh. Don't do loop. I don't think loop will count as an extra view.
A looped video won't, but a looped playlist will.
A loop playlist will, but it's going to be really easy. All you have to do, just watch the video, wait for it to end, refresh. Do that 10, 12, 20 times. We're going to get there, everybody. How many people are watching right now? Okay, that's a lot of work for all of us, but there's going to be more people coming in, and we're just going to be snowballing. I'm doing my part. I hope you're doing your part. I'm in the wrong commercial. Damn.
Someone said if we add in the 15-second one, there's 3K.
Well, that doesn't count.
Yeah,
Okay.
it needs to be-
The goal here is not only do I want Aaron's commercial to be the top viewed commercial on that YouTube list, I want it to be the clear top winner.
It's
okay?
third right now.
It's third right now. What's the top one?
It's being beaten by a specialty clinic that came out 3 years ago.
3 years.
15-second one. And then a patient safety thing that came out 3 years ago
Which
as
is
well.
a training video that
right.
employees have to watch.
I don't know,
We're
yeah,
going
maybe.
to do in 1 week what they couldn't do in 3 years. Okay? That is today's goal, and I'm counting on each and every one of you. Thank you for being for the podcast. We're going to be checking that throughout the podcast. We're going to have a good time today.
We are.
So it's crazy.
All right.
We also have a lot of
Wave Riders Unite. Let's do it.
I've also not gone into the comments. In the very beginning, I looked at a few comments, but I haven't looked since the beginning of podcast yet. Last week, whenever we were talking about the ad and everything. So there are 418 comments now.
2 just came in since I last refreshed.
So we'll probably look at those. I'm hoping they were all good and not like
I have
crazy.
I've checked them every once in a while, and I'm proud of our community.
I have no idea what they're gonna like. I don't know what Memorial Health System, what they're gonna think, but I'm just curious to see like what people are saying. I've definitely seen some videos and memes and stuff.
Yes.
I saw one that I had shared, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. Someone just like cut my part out of the ad and just made a little clip of it all. But then it had this music that was like Kid Rock, and like it ended with like "Suck my dick."
You can suck my dick.
And I was like, damn, this is much different than I thought it was.
Share that with Memorial Health System.
Yeah.
Someone, I would be curious maybe for next week if someone could reach out and say, hey, did you guys see this was happening? And what do you think? I don't want to be like, yeah, we got in trouble or something. But
I mean, it can't be bad,
it
right?
can't be bad.
I mean,
all press
I
is
imagine
good
that this
press.
pushed to more people because of it having a popularity surge in a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Than
Hey,
what any of the other videos did.
The entire week, it has been like top 10 in my recommended.
It has been as mine.
And I have
as
not
well.
hit, not interested yet.
I know we were having lunch earlier today, and I just heard the doom, like the little like jingle,
The
and then
chime.
the girl starts talking.
Yep.
I'm like, what are you doing, Eric? She's like, popped up recommended, had to watch it.
Sure.
I'm like, all right, Eric.
It's 30
So-
seconds.
Aaron, you haven't been able to jump into the comments. It'd be interesting to see you jump in there and maybe check out a couple.
Yeah, I can look at some here.
Because again, there are now 421 comments.
I feel like what I should probably do is like sort it by new and maybe like just scroll to the bottom.
It's a long way to scroll.
Is it a long way to scroll?
And so many are so good that trying to pick out your favorites might be an impossible task.
You think?
I mean,
I don't want to.
420.
Also, a good way of doing it is sorting by most popular.
Yeah.
Like, the ones
One.
with all of the replies and the likes on them are pretty good.
What if people miss some?
True.
Oh fuck! It refreshed or something on me.
Good.
Because it was like
you, baby.
It was like auto playing. There's 421. Didn't I say there was 412 earlier?
I mean, Eric said there's 421 a little bit ago.
You said 418.
Gee, okay. Just
Anyway, again,
they
I
just keep
wanna
going.
All of us are being so
commend
supportive,
everyone.
and Aaron's over here watching a fucking Pokemon video.
It feels weird to be like, I'm gonna push my ad to be
I
the
know,
number one on
and
their
I
channel.
love how weird that makes you
So I'm
feel,
like,
which
I
is
don't-
why I've championed it.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't feel like I should be pushing this. You're like, that's okay. I'll do it, Aaron. I'm like, but
Oh man. So yeah, we're gonna be doing this. My hope and dream is that eventually they're like, oh my God, what happened? We need that guy to have another medical emergency and put him in another commercial.
They
And
just
next
have-
time you can have gastric bypass surgery. You can be like, maybe I can like have a fatter you in a fat suit,
yeah.
gastric bypass surgery, and then you're walking the same shot, but you're way more in shape.
Uromycetitis.
Or that.
Uromycetitis.
I have ideas for Memorial Health System to have more Aaron commercials.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these. They're just like, Aaron, Blind Wave,
You
Aaron,
should do a collaboration with them.
Epic Slow Walk.
We should also say, if you are dealing with heartburn, please reach out to your local providers. Marietta Memorial Health System is our local providers, but if it's something that's affecting you, this is ultimately about spreading awareness of this and that there is treatment to help you. Despite our excitement that Aaron is the American hero that he is. That
Is this what started with it? The man who opened the door is a true American hero.
True American hero. That's one of the top comments.
Yep.
It's the top comment.
Well, I went to the bottom of this because like no one made this one at the
Yeah.
top, which is that man looks like he'd appreciate some good heart medicine for his Bulbasaur. I was like, what?
You would. You would. I feel like I'm in one of those like PBS like
Colson.
athons
Yeah.
or whatever they're called, where they're trying to like, just for this, $20 more, we'll hit this, and then they have like an act come in. We need to have acts come in to attract more people to start watching this
Start
more.
doing this.
Tote bags.
Yeah,
This person said Aaron Elliot recommended Memorial Health System to me, and my life has changed for the better.
that's good. That's good. I don't sense any facetiousness at all.
I did notice, like there was some people being like, "Why is there an ad for a hospital?" And I'm like, they're not American.
Yes.
Yeah. I bet they also don't understand ads for medications.
Sure, yeah. I don't know, but probably other countries like we get commercials that are like, "Ask if this medication is right for you." I was like,
Mhm.
shouldn't
Ask
that be
your
the
doctor about
shouldn't the
Permethol.
doctor know what medication I should be taking? Why am I
May
asking
cause-
him?
And then the guy at the end is like, may ruin your life and cause anal bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, there are so many. Sure, I'm just
Yeah, that'd be
scrolling
great.
through right now. There's just so many here. I don't know. I'm trying to see which ones are good ones of like. They're all just. It's ridiculous.
But again, 321 viewers I think I'm showing right now. Guys,
The Baba has that man saved my puppy once. A true hero. That one just I like that one a lot. I don't remember saving any puppies. This video restores my faith in the American healthcare system. Thank you, Aaron from Blind Wave.
I'm going to read one here while you're looking.
Do you have like a really like?
I do. It's long, but it's pretty
Go
good.
ahead, Rick. Yeah.
Rarely have I witnessed such epic action, searing emotion, and intrigue to rival anything Shakespeare could have produced. This truly is a work of art that in generations past will surely be viewed as a cultural touchstone of our troubled times. The trailer truly encapsulates the boldness of the human spirit, the resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. When that gentleman opens the door for the lady, it shows that even a small suspension of disbelief can yield something that borders on epic in its scope, and nodding emphatically while a doctor talks to you. Later, walking down the street in slow motion can rival dramatically anything that Wells, Spielberg, or Scorsese has ever produced.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
just a dream like we've never dreamed before. Good job, Aaron.
Good job, Aaron. That one's so much more different than this one, Rick, which says, "Guess they couldn't afford real Chris Pratt, so they went for the cheap lookalike." There's such differences in that.
Yeah.
the unknown user says, "We need more people like the guy with glasses. I'll tell my son about him."
I do like Keith, who said, "Who dressed Aaron? Not himself. He's not wearing Star Wars or Pokemon." And I was like, "Oh yeah."
You did go and they gave you a different shirt, right?
They
You were
wanted like
dressed.
like kind of dressy, but not dressy, not too dressy, and they wanted blue. And then the stuff I had brought in, they were like, no, not quite what we're looking for, but we do have this. So they had me wear. I should have worn that today. I didn't think about it. But
you should have.
They had me wear this one outfit, and then when we were done with it, and I was like, oh, I like this. Where'd you get this? She's like, oh, Target. I'm like, oh, dang, there's no Targets nearby here. And then the girl who was doing wardrobe was like, yeah. Because at the end, I was like, so do I just give this back to you? She goes, what do you mean? I was like, well, like, you take these back, right? You don't want me to keep it or anything. She's like, do you want to keep it? I'm like, well, if you don't want it, seems okay. Like, I don't know what to do.
Nice shirt.
I don't know what the process of all this is, you know? So she did. It's like, yeah, go ahead and you can keep it. So it was fun. So I do have the actual like blue shirt, which is cool.
I like this comment. I recognize that man that held the door open. My car had a flat tire the other day, and he was there. He changed it. He changed the tire and did my taxes right there. What an amazing man.
It was like somewhat believable until you had the taxes tossed in too.
See, the interesting thing is didn't you say that like your character's name when you went was like on the call sheet, like Hero?
Yeah, I think it was.
Like people are doing like, ironically or not ironically, this hero doing this, but that was actually your character's
it was just like
name.
Yeah, it was just like this is like the hero character, the main character of the story or whatever. So yeah, it just kind of said hero, and I was like, oh, look at this.
That's hilarious.
But I didn't have like a name. I wasn't like Jim or nothing, you know. All right, I'll go to the. There's just so many. I feel like there's too many for me to just. I'm only halfway up, and I haven't even read them all. So I'm sorry if you had a really good one, and I haven't seen it. Hopefully other people have gone and looked.
Mr. Wave Rider says, that man with the blue shirt and glasses saved my life in a house fire once. Truly a hero.
I did not have the courage to address my medical issues until I saw that brave man open the door for an elderly woman. I just... Hell, thanks, Memorial Health and Air. I mean, brave man.
Samantha Skelly. I'm from Scotland, but finding this video has brought me so much joy that I've decided to move to the U.S. just to experience the wonderful healthcare system and good-heartedness that young man at the beginning showed.
James McCarthy says, I live in the UK, but this advert makes me want to travel there just so I can pay directly for healthcare. Everyone seems so friendly.
Just so I can pay.
Now there's a man who knows how to nod in a way that shows that he's listening to a doctor. This advert made me want to move to Marietta, USA and get heartburn. I know it will cost me money, and I'd be leaving the national health system behind, but I want to walk down the street feeling content like that guy just did.
Jess says...
There's so much effort they put into some of these comments.
Jess says, I had heartburn today. I watched this video and I saw this hero nodding reassuringly at his doctor. My heartburn went away. Only a true great advert can cure ailments this way. The firemen are quaking in their boots.
The firemen? Did you send?
Yeah.
Wait, we didn't read this one, did we? Cole? I heard that shortly after he slow walked away after his heartburn cure, that man jumped into a burning apartment complex and rescued everyone still trapped inside. The total list of those he saved included 4 elders, 6 children, 7 infants, 18 dogs, 24 cats, 33 goldfish, 10 rabbits, 3 ferrets, and 1 grumpy old cockatoo.
Billy has a great idea. He says, if WaveCon gets held in Marietta again, I can only imagine the amount of let's recreate this commercial photos and videos that will happen. A new iconic Blind Wave landmark is born.
He's right. It probably would happen. I believe it.
I know all the spots, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I know where mine were, and I know where most of the other ones were, too.
That guy who opened the door saved my puppy and paid my college tuition, and that's why I trust the Marietta Memorial Health System.
I should also think we should take this moment to teach people about the idea of YouTube real-time views and what the view counter actually says.
Okay.
This happens a lot on our own videos. Real-time views are what is actually, YouTube is actually calculating to be the amount of views that are happening at that moment. But YouTube also has an algorithm that tries to filter out or delay the view count from updating until it can figure out if this is bots, if this is some type of spam system that's trying to artificially recreate views. So right now you might be trying to refresh and being like, that number is not going up. It will go up. It just is YouTube trying to protect itself from not exactly what we're doing, but in a way what we're doing. But as long as
what if it thinks I'm a bot?
Huh?
Leave the things I'm a bot.
Well,
That's why you
then
check the box.
This was a huge failure.
That's why you check the box. I am not a bot.
I'm not a
Those
bot.
are boats. Those are stoplights. I'm not a bot.
And it's
Yeah.
interesting, too, Rick, you pointed this out, that technically what we're doing here is against YouTube's terms of service. If it were our own video.
Yes.
But no, we're doing this to a hospital account. And raising awareness for heartburn and its treatments.
Well, thank you for watching the ad, guys.
Yeah.
And I appreciate some of these lovely, lovely comments. And some of these ridiculous, ridiculous comments. There's several. Yeah. And people are responding right now and adding more comments.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
I saw someone be like, I come back and watch this every day. So well, like, so greatly casted or something like that. I don't know what it was. I moved on to some other ones while you were talking too, but there's so many. And I think, Mac, is that you again? Mac has like 3 comments.
Maggie has one. Can't wait for the Heartburn Part 2, Burning Hearts.
Heartburn Part 2. Like others said in the comments, I was too afraid to go to the doctor until I saw Aaron open the door. Did we read this one already? It was like he opened a door in my heart that I closed off long ago. I went last night and found out I have agoraphobia, ED, anxiety, depression, and PTSD. Jeez. Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks.
So, you're welcome.
Lincoln Long, I don't have heartburn, but that beautiful man who opened the door made my heart flutter. Does that count?
Ugh. All right, so is this something we want to come back and revisit then here later on and see where we're at, like
definitely.
viewership-wise?
And I think in the spirit of what that commercial was originally meant to do, I thought it would be fun. I got 3 facts, myths about heartburn that aren't true.
Oh, myths.
Yeah, I thought it would be interesting. Some people think that heartburn, the first thing is that everybody has the same like triggers for heartburn. That's not the case. You can get heartburn for different reasons individually. One of the myths here is that you can only get heartburn from eating certain foods. For some people, foods could be the trigger, but for others, the root cause could be environmental, I guess, is one of the root causes. So if you think a certain food may be a trigger, keep tabs on what you eat and drink so that you can learn how to avoid those things in your body. So that's an interesting. Another one here too is that if you have bad breath, that means that you have acid reflux. So bad breath can be an indicator of acid reflux, but it's not usually the only symptom. So if you sit beside somebody and you're like, man, what's that smell? Don't be like, hey, you got heartburn? That's not the case.
Have a Tom. No, that's true. Like there is because of the way acid reflux works, it often will give like a bad breath thing. Sometimes when you burp too, you can also like taste it.
Yeah, it also says here heartburn is it's a symptom. It isn't necessarily a type of disease. You don't just have heartburn. Usually heartburn is caused by something else that it's been triggered by. So
lots of times it's GERD is a
gastroesophageal reflux.
Yeah, there's like trying to see what common signs they have with that too, but I think I know GERD is a common thing. I think that was their main department was or at least one of the things that we went to. I don't know if it was like the GERD wing or what exactly, but it's they just deal with like that whole segment there of esophagus and stomach and stuff.
And then, for those that don't necessarily know what exactly it is we're talking about, because I didn't ever experience heartburn until I was like 32, like in my life, and I think I've only had it twice. But it's has anybody here regularly had any type of heartburn?
My whole life.
Jake over here at our support is saying he has. It is it's a burning pain in the chest that usually occurs after eating, and for me it occurred in the middle of the night. I woke up and I felt the back of my throat and my chest just like
on fire.
It's acidic feeling. And the pain actually worsens when lying down or bending over. So if you experience it, it's better to get up, stay up, because it's literally like an acid feeling in the back of your throat. So lying down is worse. But yeah, it comes with this kind of bitter, acidic taste in your mouth.
I feel like I have a lot of some of the other stuff, but I've never had like an acidy feeling in my like chest or throat or anything. But I know like the chronic cough kind of thing is supposed to be linked to possible, reflux issues and stuff. And I have that a lot. But
the lead singer of Disturbed, I can't remember his name right now. he actually was told to stop singing the way he does, like, ooh, wah, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Like that.
Yeah.
Because he was literally bringing his stomach acid up into his throat. And they said, if you continue to do this, you could die. But he was like, but that's how I sing, you know? So I think he like stopped doing it for a little bit, and then he kind of just ended up doing it again because why stop what you love?
I wonder if David Blaine has acid reflux.
Yeah, right? Doing that like water trick.
Yeah, he's fucking
The frogs
spits out a frog and shit
Yeah.
out of his stomach, or
David
Swallows
Drainman,
needles.
that's his name.
Not
Ooh,
the
if you haven't
needles.
ever checked out, watch their cover of what's that song? Hello Darkness, My Old Friend, that song.
Oh, I
it's
love
so
that.
good because he's a classically trained singer. You wouldn't think the guy from Disturbed can do that. But what's more fun is to watch reactions to people watching that, especially like voice coaches who have never heard of Disturbed. They're like, Disturbed singing. All right, let's see. And they're like, holy shit, this guy can actually sing.
I've never heard of Disturbed.
But I also wanted to throw out there, too, for anybody that might be discovering what heartburn is, or maybe something like, you know what, I did feel that one time. You are meant to go see a doctor if it happens more than twice a week. If the symptoms persist despite over-the-counter medications, you have any difficulty swallowing, you have persistent nausea or vomiting, or you have weight loss because of poor appetite. All right, so it's very important. If these are symptoms that maybe you feel like you've had before but didn't really know it was a thing, if it's happening often, twice a week, please go see your healthcare professional. And that is my lecture.
Sure.
Well, thank you for my TED Talk.
Also, avoiding acidic-y stuff
Yes.
helps too. Like
Mhm.
juices and stuff usually aren't good. Drinking more water is usually better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Citrus, tomatoes, those kind of things. Spaghetti.
All right, well, that was a lot about that.
That was a lot about
we'll-
heartburn, commercials, and
Hopefully watch and see what happens. Hopefully the view count updates as we go. But I truly believe in everybody here and that we can achieve the impossible.
I truly believe.
Mm-hmm. So, how was everybody's week?
I think it was good. Trying to remember what all happened over this last week. We've had a lot of live shows coming back,
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
yes.
so that's been busy with that. Just, I don't know. There's been a lot of the CW stuff coming back. We
Mhm.
had Peacemaker starting up. We had
Mhm.
I always find it very, not fun, but amusing when we tend to try to, whenever shows are coming back, we give ourselves a little bit of breathing room. When certain shows end that we've picked up in certain times, we don't immediately try to fill.
yeah.
And people will be in our schedule post being like, well, you got this day is light now. And it's like, man, there's going to be 8 videos that day. It's just that
Sure.
they're all live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, well, sure, this day's light,
Yeah.
but the day before had
Mhm.
5 videos.
Yeah.
So it just, yeah. We also had Eternals that came out on
did.
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
We had 3 episodes of Peacemaker.
3 episodes of
today.
Peacemaker.
So those will be up either tonight/tomorrow.
Yeah. So I don't know. This week has felt busy just because of all the stuff kind of coming back. I still got Batwoman to
Yep.
do with Melanie. We'll be doing that after stream, so we haven't gotten to that. So if you do watch that and you have Q&As you want to send in Q&As.
I also wanted to say that I let my YouTube just autoplay, and it's now gone to a completely different commercial. That commercial has 153 views and 1 comment. The comment is, where's the attractive guy in the blue shirt and glasses? He's the kind of man that inspires me to learn more, you know?
Oh, it's amazing. I love how it's just seeping in and spreading. through their
Hopefully
entire
that's
channel.
not, I don't know. We'll see. That's very funny.
What's funny is like I know some of the other people that are in some of these other ads because they
Yeah.
also came from there's the Mid Ohio Valley Players. It's like they do plays and stuff like that, a lot of acting
Yeah.
and whatnot there, and a lot of them went to audition for it and stuff. So like I
Sure.
recognize a lot of people from that, and it's gonna be funny if they're like, I wonder. I haven't looked at let me look at my ad. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I'm on Aaron in my ad.
You know, what you really need to do is next time you hear about open auditions, just go. Don't say you're coming or anything. Just go and see if any of them are like looking at you like, that fucking guy.
Who's that guy?
Somehow he's a 30-second commercial like superstar.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, we do have we want to thank everybody that's joining us live here And if you're very confused and have no idea what we're doing, we once again are trying to get this commercial up to 25,000 views as soon as possible. So the link is in the chat. You can click it, you can watch it, you can refresh it and watch it again. Do your part.
We'll probably also be getting to questions if you guys have any questions.
Yes.
Just submit them down using your channel points below the chat, and I'll look through those for questions to protect from spoilers for Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another cool thing this week was over on the Normies channel, the Star Wars trivia video went up.
Yes, it did.
It did.
Which I was checking out the comments of that last night and pleased that everybody had such a great time, because I imagine the average viewer is going to go in there being like, I know some of these words, but they might not know the content as well as some other people, but it seems like everybody had a good time with it.
That's good.
Fun while it was happening.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I had fun. I mean,
Aaron did a very good job with those questions.
Yeah, it was a lot of it was like, all right, I need these questions, and then I need possible multiple choice for like, is Chris gonna have this question, or are we gonna have Eric do like a, if you had a, what was it, Lifeline?
Sure. Yeah.
What's his
Which
gonna
I
be?
took for a couple.
And I don't want it to just be either at the same time trying to come up with those. Like, all right, who's inside the Darth Vader suit? Is it Wicket? Like Jar Jar? Well, obviously those are terrible ones. So
yeah,
it's like, okay, what are some possible ones? So it was fun and interesting going through and getting all the questions set up and picking those out. And then there too, I'm like, okay, and I was trying to like feel out you and Chris as far as like where.
Sure.
Like, all right, well, I don't know if I'll give these ones to Chris. Maybe I'll hold off for a little bit and see how he does on these ones first.
No, since the beginning, this challenge has been for fun.
Yeah, for sure.
It was never meant to be. I saw a couple comments being like, "This wasn't fair," and I was gonna be like, "Duh."
We tried. I felt like we tried to make it as fair as we could.
Yeah,
though.
We had a bit of a handicap and
tried to even the playing field.
And I mean, Chris had Pat on his side too, which is kind of unfair. I feel like for me.
For you, yeah, yeah. I love whenever I don't want to spoil it, but at one point he used a lifeline. He asked on someone who wasn't a normie. And I was like, oh yeah, interesting.
And they didn't believe him. And then eventually he did, I think, or no? Did he go with Bothans or not?
Eventually he did go with.
I think he did. Yeah.
So
it was a lot of fun. If you haven't checked it out, it's over on the Normies channel.
Hydrate.
But you can also check out a link to it on our YouTube community tab.
There was a hydrate that came through, by the way, and a posture check.
I need water.
Make sure you do
I
those.
don't have any.
I had a good weekend for gaming. Saturday, I started the Ghost of Tsushima DLC. It was a lot of fun, except for getting my ass kicked in the arena. So I think I'm going to have to wait a little to go back to that. That was hard as hell. Playing on hard, playing honorably. No stealth, no assassinations, no ghost weapons. If I can, I go up, I challenge them to a duel, then a fight ensues, regardless of the odds. So that was a lot of fun. And then Sunday, I played through Halo Combat Evolved Master Chief Collection with Maggie, co-op.
Cool.
We're going to catch up, because I have played through 1 through 3 of the campaigns. I know she's played through the first 2, but she's not sure about the third one. So we're trying to get caught up in time for whenever the Infinite co-op campaign happens. If it ever happens. I know you played Halo Combat Evolved as well.
Yeah, I played the first one. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I do want to play more. Haven't gotten a chance to yet. But maybe at some point I will. I just don't know when. I don't know. I don't when. I don't know if I should just single player it, co-op it.
I would be very willing to co-op it with you.
Maggie was like, I think it's the first game we've ever played where I know it better than you do.
That's possible.
Like, yeah, I only played it once. Co-op, so.
Yeah, we played the shit out of that game.
It was a lot of fun. Looking forward to playing more. And more Ghost of Tsushima this Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes. I had my Mass Effect 3 stream last night, and it feels like in the last 10 streams I've had, 10 weeks of Mass Effect, there hasn't been yet a night that I haven't just had my mind blown. I had another one last night, and it was thinking about it all day, honestly. So
Good.
I've been enjoying that so much.
Glad you're liking it. We actually had a suggest a poll at some point. I don't know if it was ever done or not, but it was if you should play Witcher 3 after Mass Effect. So I started the
Ooh.
poll just now
Okay.
to see what people say on that one. But there is a suggest a poll option that can be done.
Yeah, there were some people also talking about Dragon Age, which is also from BioWare. But Witcher, I am very interested in. I'm not sure if I should try to play the first Witchers or not, or if I should just go into 3.
Sure.
But
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Rick would probably know better.
I
on that.
had someone I could ask, but I don't think I do.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh.
Yeah, it just depends on how much time you want to commit. Like
That's
they're all
true.
great. The first one's a little clunky.
Yeah.
Going back to.
Like, is it something where I can like watch a video to get?
You can
up to
definitely
speed?
start with the third one.
Gotcha.
And the third one is by far the best of them.
Okay. And you could probably get through that pretty quick, I hear.
You could.
There's the base game, which isn't too long.
Yeah.
But then there's 2 DLCs, which are as long as the base game.
Gotcha.
Wow, that's crazy. A lot of times DLCs are not that long. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
they're a small sample added on to the overall length, not like doubling it.
But there's also that idea too, where it's like, if it's gonna take me a year to go, is it something that's, since it's already been streamed once, should we stream it? Should I stream it, or should that be something that I can enjoy on my off time? Because as we know, there are things that we deny ourselves on our off time.
You should only stream the Gwent matches.
Well, like
The only thing anyone ever cares about.
Rick and I haven't played Mass Effect. Should
Yeah.
we just play Mass Effect on our own time, or should we stream it?
I mean, I want to talk to people. The next day, I always get here. I'm like, I need to talk to someone.
Yeah.
But no,
And I'm
I
like,
get
don't
you.
tell me anything.
No, it's
Stop.
been a very successful stream too, so I imagine that everybody that's been coming Wednesday and supporting would love to have another run to watch.
Yeah, I still got to get into. I still have the Dark Souls and stuff I need to play. So
Mhm.
I still have
Yeah.
Pokemon, which I've been approaching the end of that. I've beaten Victory Road, but my team is still a little weak. I basically have one Pokemon who is not prepared at all. He's like a one-shot kill kind of.
Sure.
Yeah, I just got him recently while I was playing through, and I'm like, I gotta get him leveled up. And I went through Victory Road with him, but he is not leveled up enough to do it. And I don't want to overlevel my other guys, so I need to do some training with them. But I should be taking on the Elite Four and Champion on Monday, which I look forward to.
Cool.
So, yeah, I don't know. There's some other things been going on through the week, but I'm not gonna say anything about it yet. So I might talk about it maybe next week.
Oh,
So,
Okay.
another commercial?
So I did see someone who said, like, Aaron, I like you, but after watching that commercial 67 times is where I draw the line. Like, I understand.
Could have
An
been
understandable line.
Could have been 60. I think we could get to 69 though.
Yeah, you do it 2 more
Yeah,
times.
let's do 2 more times. What are you thinking?
So, but no, my playing Pokemon has been fun. It's definitely interesting. I did do a small, because it was getting close to the end, and I was like, well, I know I'm not gonna beat him. I only have 5 Pokemon on my team right now that are gonna be able to even fight. So I did a little push into the Elite Four to kind of get an idea of like what they're like. And this Brilliant Diamond game, they play pretty well. Like the AI for the Elite Four is pretty good, and it's fun to see because lots of times I feel like, you know, I was fighting Calvin at one point, which was my rival in the game.
Oh, I was gonna say that was probably pretty easy.
Yeah, well, it was because like you tail whipped me, and then I was down to like enough where you would have killed me with one more attack, and then you tail whipped me like 5 more times. I'm like, what are you doing, Calvin? This is why you're losing. But there was I was getting ready to do the a part in the story. I think I was going for like maybe the legendary or something like that, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess I got to do this. I haven't been able to heal or anything. It's gonna be terrible. But let's see what we got. And then Calvin just showed up, and I was like, Calvin! And I was like so excited for Calvin to show up. Never happened before. So it was good. No, it's happened before.
I was able to find a website that is allowing me to, every like 5-10 seconds, it's giving me a real-time view count and comment count. There are 3 dislikes? Son of a bitch.
Well, they might not be us, or they could be. I don't know.
But there are 1,800 likes.
1800.
So yeah, right now we're at 21,859.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna keep that up and watch that throughout that.
I also played. We played Ready or Not last Friday, and we're actually gonna be playing Halo Infinite this Friday.
Multiplayer.
We'll be playing with multiplayer with some viewers and stuff. So if you want to play that, make sure you guys join in tomorrow at 3. But no, I played a Ready or Not. The house that we did, I did that with a buddy of mine. We 2-manned into it, and we cleared it twice. We got a B one time, we got an A the next time. I was like, yes, nice. I am prepared now for when we do this again.
Mm-hmm.
But we changed up the kits a little bit and changed the way we did some stuff.
Did you ever get pepper spray to work?
Pepper spray?
Yeah.
No, but I did use
Never
I did switch and used a paintball gun that shoots like pepper spray, and that works.
Yeah. Does it work instantly?
No, but I just shoot the fuck out of them.
Is it like a 200-round hopper, like actual paintball?
I don't. That's one thing in the game. Like, it doesn't tell you how much ammo you have, so I'm just like, bah, 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 and I'm just tapping F. Get down, bah, 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 get down, bah, 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 and they're just like, they drop their gun and get down on the ground and stuff.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I would like to announce that we just hit 22,000 views.
Nice.
And counting. 22,030.
And we need how many more? What are we after?
We need 3,000 more views.
3,000.
I should say we're now at 22,053 views. So
Gotcha.
we're getting there, everybody.
All right.
Do your part, please.
We need everybody in the chat right now to open the video and watch it 4 times.
4 times. That's it. That's all.
Every single person 4 times.
Now, I also
2 minutes of your day.
If you are,
I think we
maybe
did a
you
good
have
job.
the YouTube, the Twitch up and you're driving, you're just listening to us. We do not encourage you to do this while you're driving or anything else unsafe. We're having fun. But this is not worth anyone putting themselves in any type of unsafe situation.
I get nothing. Someone said, "Does Aaron get a bonus at 25K?" I get nothing.
We get
This has been
the pride of driving the #1 video.
This went up last week, and they're like, you know what? It's gonna be the #1 video they have. And
I don't know why, but this thing just updated and went down.
YouTube's probably like, man, there's some shady shit going on
here.
here.
Just lost 200 views.
Jeez.
So maybe I won't go crazy with the live updates.
Now, you shouldn't be watching it while you're driving, but you also shouldn't be watching it if you're an active police officer. Because a couple of those got in trouble for ignoring a robbery in progress to go and catch Snorlax in Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Was an article that was recommended in our Discord live podcast suggestions feed.
It's so silly. I think I might have saw some of that in like general chat or in the Pokemon chat at one point. I did read that they got caught because of their cruiser, right? Recording them or whatever.
Yep. For the next 20 minutes, the in-car monitoring system captured the 2 of them discussing Pokemon as they drove to different locations where the virtual creatures apparently appeared on their mobile phones.
Yeah. Now, they claimed that, no, we were just watching like a chat where they were talking about what they were finding, and we weren't actually like looking for it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. If they also didn't report to a crime or something like that, or ignored a crime that was going on or whatever, like that seems fishy. You know what I mean?
Well, they did eventually both admit to going after the Snorlax because they wanted to quote, chase this mystical creature.
Stupid.
So silly. Crazy.
If they like got in trouble, but they went to disappear and like, but I got a shiny, they might be like, all right, just don't do it again.
It's funny the way things have changed from when it first came out to where there were just people out on the streets and police were stopping them, being like, hey, what you doing? It's like, oh, I was just trying to catch a Snorlax. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I remember walking when it first came out and being out late.
Oh, yeah.
And there would be cops that would be like, what you guys doing? It's like, just Pokemon hunting, trying to catch Pokemon. They're like, what? What do you mean? It's like there's a game on this app, and we just walk around and we search for Pokemon, we capture them, we evolve them, we do. You ever heard of Pokemon? Like, yeah. So now it's gone full circle to where like now the cops are like, gotta catch these Pokemon.
Yeah, I remember the first week I started playing. I got stopped like 4 times.
Well, you were driving.
No. No, I mean I would be out like walking, but super late, like 4 in the morning sometimes.
Yeah. I did that.
Yeah.
I was out really late. I put in like, I went from not walking at all to like I think it was like 20 some miles in my first week of
like
it
20,
being out.
26 miles in your first
I was like, what
weekend.
the hell? Like, I gotta walk, gotta hatch these eggs, gotta get my Pokemon. There were people out everywhere. It was crazy, but it was also like night was cooler.
Oh yeah.
So I had like a backpack.
Yeah, that was in the middle of July too.
Yeah, I had a backpack and my phone could swap out batteries. So rather than having a charger, I just carried like 4 additional batteries, and I would just switch out batteries and turn it back on.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I carried like a stack of the portable power banks, and I just keep plugging them in and stuff.
I had like change in case like I needed a drink. I could stop by a vending machine.
Yeah.
It's funny that it's been out so long now that I've been on a kick of just kind of like watching documentaries on Netflix.
About
and
Pokemon?
There was a true crime one where one of the witnesses on the stand goes up and they say, so, you know, you were an eyewitness to this. What were you doing whenever you saw this happen? He's like, I was playing a GPS game on my phone in my car driving around the neighborhood. They were like, what game were you playing? And he's like, Pokemon Go. Like he didn't want to put it on the record. And he was like a 65-year-old man. It was very funny.
I don't know. I think it's fun that people can like enjoy it and stuff too.
Absolutely. When I play around town, the same people that I see, like the ones that stuck with it are people that, you know, when I saw them 4 years ago, they're in a lot better shape, you know, and a lot of them are older.
Walking around a lot more and stuff. Like,
That's awesome.
Hasn't worked for me.
see, mine is just, it comes down to time a lot of times, you know?
yeah.
And like back then, it's like, well, the only time I have is late at night. I have to fit it in this window, you know?
Sure, yeah. Back then I was single.
Sure, yeah.
I lived here, so I could just walk out the door, and there's like 50 Pokestops.
Yep.
In like 4 blocks, I just make that circuit all night.
Yeah, I generally will play on like the community days or something like that now. But other than that, it's just like opening it up like when I get a free 30-second switch. It's almost never at work, but at home I will get some.
It didn't work for the phone I had at the time. So I never played.
Never played.
Yeah.
Evie's getting into it though.
Yeah, good. It's a fun time.
I have streamed on our Twitch.
Yeah, you did.
Indeed.
Like playing Pokemon Go. Like people got to see a little bit of like the town we live in while we were like I was walking around and stuff. And yeah, it was fun. I was able to chat while just trying to catch Pokemon.
During WaveCon, a group of Wave Riders and I went out and did a Rayquaza raid, and I got my shiny Rayquaza then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we've done a few Pokemon Go like walks during WaveCons.
Yeah.
We did it up in Columbus, and we did it here in Marietta and stuff too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, cops probably should not prioritize Pokemon over crime.
Maybe. You don't know.
I mean,
we
what
also
if it's Team Rocket?
yeah. Well, I suppose you're right. All right. There's also a hydrate and a posture check.
All right.
Make sure your postures are good, guys.
Make sure you slouch after the posture check so they can redeem it again.
Is that what your goal is? Then waste their fucking money. Oh.
After like 5 minutes, I'm like, man, my butt's hurting. I got to reposition. I got to reposition again. Pretty soon I'm down here.
What else was there, Rick? Is there anything else that was listed as some new things?
I've got a new show by Will Arnett.
Will Arnett.
Yeah.
I know
Job.
that name. Isn't that
From Arrested
Batman.
Development.
from what?
Arrested Development.
Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The Lego guy.
Yes. Lego Batman.
No, he had the show where like people were competing by building Lego towns
There's
and
a
stuff.
reason why he had that show. It's because he's Lego Batman.
That's ridiculous. Calvin.
A new Netflix show called Who Done It, based off from the BBC Three series Murder in Successville. So it is a murder mystery where everyone is scripted except for they bring in a celebrity guest to solve the mystery.
A celebrity guest.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like
okay.
Will Arnett is the main detective, but he has an assistant who's a different celebrity every episode, and they're
Interesting.
completely unscripted. They have no idea about anything, and they have to solve the mystery.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
That
So it
does
sounds
sound a
fun.
lot of
It's
fun.
kind of like those pranks where like they do something crazy and they have scripted people in there doing this doll's possessed, and there's
Sure.
like 2 people who are like, they're just here. I wonder like celebrity guest wise like who they're gonna have in there.
The first one is going to be Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien.
Oh, that
I
would
guess
be
he's got
fun.
some time now, huh?
I suppose so.
I don't know what he's been up to since because his show ended. Like,
It did, but isn't he
That's
starting a
true.
new one?
did he start a new show?
I think that it was ending, and he's going off of cable. He's going to like I don't know, kind of like what John Oliver did when he went to HBO.
Did he have his own show before that?
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought he was Zazu.
No, he was on The Daily Show, right? On Comedy Central.
Was he on the Daily Show?
I think so.
There's Jon Stewart.
Yeah, but he wasn't the main host.
Oh,
He was like a correspondent.
gotcha.
Yeah, Conan is going to HBO Max. Okay, cool.
Oh, he's going to HBO Max? I didn't know that.
A couple other names I recognize are Sharon Stone
Okay.
I know that name.
and Ken Jeong.
Okay. That's
Dr.
from...
Ken?
Yeah,
Is that who that
Dr.
is?
Ken. That's Dr. Ken.
All right.
That'll be fun. Definitely I would like Colin Mockery or Wayne Brady.
Sure.
man.
I feel like
really amazing improv guy.
if this does well, you can only have one season of this show.
Yeah.
Right? Like next season, like they say they filmed a whole season already, right?
Yeah.
No one knew about it yet. So now that season's coming out, season 2, you can't just be like, all right, we're gonna get new celebrities. It's gonna have buzz. People are gonna know about it. You know?
Sure. Well, the celebrities know the premise of the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they're trying to solve the mystery.
Oh, so it's not like they believe it's all real.
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's
No.
not like a prank show.
Yeah,
Sure.
they know that they are in a murder mystery show. But
Okay.
they don't know the mystery.
All right. Well, that makes it a little bit more like, okay, I see what we do then.
Yeah.
I thought it was like,
The prank
hey, we're gonna
shows,
solve a real murder.
yeah, they don't last very long. I mean, surely they would recognize Will Arnett.
Yeah, well, well, sure, and you would figure, they'd be like, "Hey, we probably should call the real cops." You know,
Yeah.
like, why are we doing this?
No. Let's just try to figure it out before they get here.
Yeah.
Are you a celebrity? We need your help. That premise reminds me of, there was a show called, it was kind of an improv show, but it was called Thank God You're Here. And they would have celebrity guests on, and the host would take them to like this door, and they're like, hey, you're about ready to walk into a scene. You have no idea what's on the other side. They would open the door, walk through it, and the first line is always, thank God you're here. But then the scene would just happen, and they have to just go with it.
Sounds like
It's kind
Whose
of like
Line.
it was like a, it was like a single game of Whose Line.
Surprise
Yeah.
party
as
guest.
a
Whose
show.
Line would have that thing? It's like, yes, thank God you're here,
Yeah.
pencil head man,
Yeah.
and they'd be like
Yeah.
superheroes, and they had to be like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and whatever. So I
But
remember
they
that
did it
being a
with
thing.
like whole sets and costumes and stuff.
That's interesting.
They would just like, all right, you ready to go? Here, put this on. They just like have like a lab coat and they just walk in.
And then this person just has a improv,
They
whatever.
would
is
have
going
like
on.
an entire cast of people doing stuff.
And they all have like scripts probably and stuff,
They
right?
had- well, yes.
Or
and
they
no,
all
have to
improv?
adapt to the person, but yes.
They probably have like a loose script idea of the
they would
story
have,
or
like,
something.
a loose script, crazy, like almost theater-like effects and and stuff. So it was pretty good.
That sounds fun.
David Allen Greer, I think, was the host.
Alan Greer.
Mm.
Now, I used to watch a lot of Whose Line, so like when you said like "Thank God You're Here," I'm like, oh, that makes me think of that
yeah.
immediately.
I love Whose Line.
I think of that one, and I think of the reverse, where like the host has to figure out who these people are
Yes.
as they show up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, Ryan, you're a giraffe having a baby, or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
okay. No, Whose Line was always really fun. You never watched that? All the versions of that's pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
Like they had like the British one, and then they had the American one, and I think there's a new one with like not Drew Carey and like a girl who hosted it or something. I don't know. I haven't watched it so much now, but
No, I
seen-
haven't watched any of the new one, but I've
usually
seen the
see
British
clips
one
on
and the old
YouTube.
one.
yeah.
Yeah, I go down a rabbit hole of Whose Line clips,
Mhm.
like pretty much about every 2 months, I would say.
Yeah.
And I just spend all day watching Whose Line clips.
No, Gavin, no. It's like being on TikTok.
I
You
know.
Just swipe.
But it's
Nah.
all good. TikTok is
mean-
like hit and miss.
when I was a kid, me and my brother would watch on Comedy Central during the day, like in the summer. It would be the British Whose Line all day.
Yeah.
For like 6 hours, and we would just have it on and watch it on and off.
My
It was so great.
parents would have gone to bed, and they would come out and yell at me because I was laughing too much.
No, that was good.
All right. What else is there, Rick?
Uh,
Any other things listed there?
I mean, they've casted some more of Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I've yet to see a piece of casting that I haven't loved so far with that show.
Sure, yeah. They had some good ones.
Yeah, Rick and I, and on a show that we're watching, Lost, a character just showed up whose actor has been cast
Sure, yeah. I
as
remember
Admiral Zhao. So,
that.
and that was a hell of an episode of Lost.
They almost always are. Almost always. And then the last one I had was Netflix is making an anime based off from Scott Pilgrim.
Scott
Oh.
Pilgrim.
Interesting. I wonder it would be if would they be in the same style as that comic, because that comic had a very specific style.
Maybe it might be similar to like the video game.
Yeah.
Right. Like there was a video game that had a kind of similar. I think it had a similar art style to the comic. I think.
Okay.
I don't know. I never read the comic. I think I've seen parts of the movie, but I don't know if I've ever actually watched Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Like,
you're right, movie.
I'm familiar with it, but I don't recall like just watching it.
Sure.
And then I've messed with the video game a little bit too and played that when it came out. So, yeah, I don't know. I wonder, is it going to be covering? Is it like covering the whole like premise, or is it like a spin-off, or is it like just starting from like page one of the
like
comic?
a re-adaptation, I suppose.
Yeah, that's how I would figure.
Yeah.
Let's see. They only linked a tweet, so let me look at the article here. It's called an anime adaptation. That's all there is in this article. I don't see much information on it.
Okay.
Other than the fact that it's happening.
So still new enough. With it being called an adaptation, it's probably going to be starting back from like the beginning of the story and going through in a anime style. I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be interesting, especially like the fights and stuff in that could be really cool in an anime style. Like I don't know how different it goes from like what the comic looks like the video game, versus like what kind of anime style you could put it into. You know what I mean? You could have some really cool stuff with some of those fights because they were very comic booky. I think I've seen most of them, not all of them.
All the fights?
I think. I forgot Brandon Ruth was in that until
Yeah,
at some
he was.
point like last
He was
year or
the
something like that.
vegan boyfriend, I think, right?
And there's a few people in there that I'm like, oh, I know that person. I didn't realize this actor or actress. So, no, that sounds really cool. I'd probably watch it, especially since I'm not like super familiar with the movie itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
That's all we got.
See, the crazy thing is I can't find a working live video counter because YouTube has messed with its what it shows and what it doesn't show. So what's happening is every time I go to one, I watch it tick up to 22,000, and then I'll refresh and it'll go back to 21,800, and it's saying that on the main YouTube. What's going to happen is that when this thing does refresh,
Actually update, it's
gonna hit like 27 because everybody's like, it's not fucking going up.
So right now we supposedly haven't hit 22. I'm just saying.
Yeah, if you refresh, it's only gone up about 100 views, which is not the case because we've gone up like 77 comments.
Dang.
Well, so there's the update so far in
That's
that.
the update.
We might not be able to really get a good number then by the end of it. Also,
Yeah.
I don't know if YouTube's gonna be like, it's being spammed. These aren't real views or something
We'll
too. So
get there,
I don't know how
everybody.
it works.
If they're leaving comments, I figured that would count. I don't know.
Yeah.
You
Sure.
figure, but we also, what we can do is also tell you to like the video as well.
Like the video.
I haven't liked it yet. I'm liking it.
I thought it was.
I liked it.
I thought it was funny that
incognito.
the YouTube channel since last week was sitting at like 200 subscribers and it's gone up like 38 subscribers on the YouTube. And I'm like, is that? It must be from us. I don't know what. I don't. It seems like a big jump from before, you know. So I don't know. But,
Well, anyway, we have about an hour left.
Sure.
So keep doing the good work, everybody. We believe in you.
do we want to look at some of the questions yet, or did we have anything else that we needed to cover?
I think questions are.
Questions are good.
Trying to remember if there was any other things. I feel like I had one. I forget what it was. I'll probably have another one next week, but not yet. So
You've been getting some more use out of our surveillance cameras recently.
Yeah, we did.
oh, okay. I'm
Yeah,
like, have we? Like,
If
yeah.
you don't watch the Book of Boba Fett reactions, which you should because it's a fun show and it's a lot of fun, in season 1, episode 3, there's a great moment, I don't know, 5 minutes into the video or so, 10 minutes into the video.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where
I think it's like 9:05 or so.
Yeah. Where Aaron, he drops his drink, and it's a very, very fun time. We use an alternate angle that we have available to us, but almost never use. It's just from a security camera in our main room.
Yeah, it's
it's
the
coming
same angle that
twice
you guys
now.
got to see my sandwich fall from.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was
It's
just
not just me, guys.
Yep.
mixture of hype, and then Calvin and I both just fucking hitting the table and shit. And yeah,
Banging on the table.
hitting the table and shit. I didn't say
You
banging
and
on
I
the
were
table.
banging on the
I did
table?
not. Those are your words, not mine.
That's what I heard.
But it was funny because Jancy just shared with us that image or that video that she found. She just found it amusing. And I was like, send that to the editor. Just use it. That'd be fun.
Sure, yeah. No, I saw where she was like, I wonder why there were paper towels on the ground. So I went back and looked at this, and then
Yeah.
sent it. That was funny.
While you're getting those up, there are memes.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was.
Ooh,
Are we able
memes.
to show the memes? I guess that have transpired. Is that the right word I want to use?
Evolved.
Devolved.
I said evolved,
Oh.
but
Cretaceous. So yeah.
dang, I need to mute this video now.
You need to mute it.
Yeah, in case there's any video memes.
I mean, there's the one that I shared on Twitter that I didn't realize, but it's like, damn, what's the song? Is it called American Badass?
I am American Badass. Fucking Kid Rock.
Shit, you can suck my dick. And then it just cut, and I'm like, why? What happened?
It was just long enough.
But now I guess the American Hero is where it like stemmed from or
guess
something.
so.
So I'm like, what the heck? But we can show some of those, I suppose, if we want to, or are able to. I don't know what all there was. I saw a few things. Someone, I mean, it was before podcast ended last week. Someone like cut me out from like opening the door, and then had me like opening the door for like emo Spider-Man or whatever it was from Spider-Man 3 and.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is a good one.
Yeah, that was it. Like, here you go, Peter. Go on in.
But
But I'm like, this is before podcast finished. Someone's like, I'm gonna cut him out of there.
Yeah,
Do something with this.
It's a good roto.
it's real good. Yeah.
But the
See,
shadows
somebody
don't
helped
match.
you slim that belly down a little bit. The buttons are missing.
Aiden is claiming credit on that one.
No, the buttons they just fold behind my belly.
Uh-huh. Sure. Even though your arm is stretched out and pulling the shirt this way.
Yeah, it's going like this.
No, it's not pulling the opposite
Calvin,
direction.
shut up. It's movie magic.
Movie magic.
Okay, it happens. It's real.
Ah.
Real movie magic. Fucking this, you do it. Cut your belly off. Now
Nice.
this was that other picture we did. That was supposed to be merch. I was drinking from us. Now it's Tums.
Oh, that's really funny.
That's great.
I don't even realize the lid's on.
It is. You're a fool.
Maybe it's like the Tic Tac. It has like a little opening at the
Yeah.
top.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
I mean, technically, I think those the assorted fruit flavored Tums, the top like flips off, and it's like a smaller shape inside the lid that comes out like that. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think so.
but I do like that notebook, so
It's
find
a
that
fantastic notebook.
over on blindwave.com, you can check our shop out.
Yeah, and you can get that jacket at JCPenney.
I think that's where I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Stafford, right?
Yeah, the shirt Melanie got me though.
Yeah,
I think that was from Etsy. I don't remember which ones are which. Is everyone seen? Is it another one with like Scarlett Johansson? I believe. Yeah.
there it is.
And it's an. I didn't realize the reward or the award and what it is.
Golden Obi.
Yeah, I didn't
great.
realize it was an
Oh,
Obi
puppy.
like statue.
Uh,
Are we getting it together? Am I taking it from her? Am I giving it to her? What's
I
going
think
on
you're
here?
giving it to her because your arm is more outstretched than hers.
It's like she's receiving. I'm like, here you
Yeah.
go, take this award.
It was yesterday. Jancy, she had gotten her a booster, so she wasn't feeling the greatest, so she stayed home, and Obi stayed home with her. And then I worked all day, and then I streamed all night, so I got home really late. And when I got home, Obi was, he will stay with her 24/7. He will be with her, protect her. But when he got home, he was a bit restless because he had been just sleeping pretty much all day. And, like I got home, there was like toilet paper ripped up in the bathroom.
Oh no!
And he like has like his toys, just runs and is like hi. So I was actually quite tired, but I had to play with the puppy for like a half hour just to get the energy out of him.
Oh, you got the toilet paper. Good boy.
Yeah.
Do we
So-
have any others?
We might have to go to the park this weekend.
Yeah.
Door.
Yeah.
That one's great. I
This
would
is
not
great.
mind having that printed and framed.
What?
I think that would look good.
I think we should put that next to the door.
You know that would look good.
That way we know there's a door.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Door.
We should have that painted as a mural, like up on the side of our building.
Yeah.
Because
That
that
way
door
people,
they're talking about's right
people
there.
at the townhouse can see.
It's really good.
Where's the door? It's over there.
Door.
I might have to like go in and paint in the rest of your hand and your side so it really fills
No,
out.
that's movie magic.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Can't alter that, Eric.
Can make his arms a little bit bigger. Yeah, we could do that.
Well, thank you guys for the memes. It happens. These ones are more tame than some of the other ones I've seen. So
Memes happen.
yeah,
What you said.
I've seen some other memes that we've had in the past where it's like, all right, they went this way.
Yeah.
This one's just like,
This is an interesting direction.
let's have Aaron opening stuff, or giving Scarlett Johansson an Obi statue. Which I mean, I don't know, maybe that could happen. If I had an Obi statue and there's Scarlett Johansson, I'd be like, you have this. So now, when Jake said that there's no more of these, were you implying that there's other things? Blind Wave of Regulars. Why did you do all this? Because you fucking tortured us, Richard.
Because you fucking tortured us, Richard.
Solid Lucifer.
Hello, Rick.
For more hint hunting, which that'll be coming here in a few months.
Mm-hmm.
And our next shows end here.
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, Rick and I were talking about that a little bit ago.
Yep.
A little bit.
I scoped down to something that's just unachievable.
Just, at least we have more time right now for it, as opposed to like, let's get this done in 3 weeks.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So, interesting to see what the next hint hunt will be, but we were discussing some things, so you may have an idea. Ideas.
We just got to do the poll 3 months early, so I know who wins.
Not a bad idea. Just do the poll now.
Yep.
What's replacing it? We'll figure it out.
Well, I said we jump into some questions.
Yes. Let me switch over here to what it is. We have several questions that have come through. If you guys have any questions that you want to submit, just send them in with your channel points, and we'll read through some of these. And if you don't get your question read, I may skip it because of spoilers or because it's just like, will you react to this? Like, some of those things we don't usually talk about. And if it's or you react, it's maybe. It might happen. Depends. Time, polls, whatever. Different things go into our decisions with it. So, let's see here. Joe Santosti said, where would you put Invincible, Jujutsu Kaisen, Vinland Saga, and ReZero in your show tier list now that you've finished come close to finishing them?
You have to watch our new tier list podcast to find out.
That's a kind of a cop-out answer, but he's right. Like, that's something that I don't know if I can answer right now.
Sure.
And it's better, I feel like, to build that as you go with all the other options. So
yeah. I look forward to our next one, too, because, like, especially on the shows, we already have, like, a template idea, right? We have kind of where things landed.
Yep.
Sure.
And now we can add to it or maneuver, like, well, you know what? This is going to go up or this is going to go down or whatever. So, yeah, I don't have an answer for that right now, but
I can tell you
we'll
where I
probably
put
end up doing
Arcane.
We'll probably do
Sorry.
another tier list of that at some point, and maybe some more tier listings of some other things in the future. Yasuo says, will you guys play Mario Party Superstars soon? I haven't played the Superstars yet. Have you, Rick?
I have not.
I haven't either. So maybe. We've done some of the Mario Parties before.
We have.
People don't like me playing them, so I don't know. I don't know why. I don't get it.
I don't know why either.
I just play with what the game gives me. Sometimes it gives me luck. Sometimes it gives others bad luck. James, have you had any memorable? What's going on? Have you had any memorable nightmares that you'd be happy to talk about?
Memorable nightmares.
I remember when I was young, and I say this is probably because I was playing Zombies Ate My Neighbors a lot.
Yeah.
And I've talked about this before, I think. But one of my most memorable nightmares was being chased by giant ants, and I'm running away from them, and I run into like a canyon, but I'm on the bottom and I'm looking up at all the walls. Like, oh man, what am I gonna do? I'm running down a canyon with nowhere else to go. And I just see like they're behind me, they're crawling the walls. I'm like, ah, and I come to a dead end. I'm like, oh, and I turn around and look, and like I just see ants coming at me, and I hear a noise, and I look up, and rocks are just falling on me, like giant boulders, and I'm like, ah, and then I woke up.
Huh.
One of mine was also video game related. It was my parents' house that reimagined like the cabins from the Friday the 13th video game for the NES.
Okay.
I was walking through and I was finding like notes and stuff that were all threatening. I went in my parents' room and they were dead. Jason was there.
No.
It was
Rick.
scary.
That's terrible.
Mine is a dream that turns into a nightmare. I actually had this recently, but it's been something I've had throughout my life. It pairs with a dream that you actually can fly. I'm like, oh my God, I can fly. But I'm not great at it. I don't have much control, and I keep misjudging the distance of power lines.
Oh.
I'm flying, and then I like, get to an area that has a lot of power lines at different heights, and I keep like fucking up. I'm like, no, barely missing out of the way, and then eventually just hitting them.
So you're playing Flappy Bird.
Yeah, kind of.
With power lines.
Honestly, that's pretty close, and it's terrifying. And I keep, when I wake up and I'm like thinking about it, I'm like, well, let's quit flying. Just stop. It's like, no, I have to go fast.
Gotta go fast.
The weird dream logic, but I definitely have had that one a couple times.
Speaking of weird dream logic, I remember as a kid, I had just this being that I was terrified of, and I called him Knife Man.
Knife Man.
He looked like... Has anybody seen the Muppet Treasure Island?
Yes.
The Muppet that plays Blind Pew in the beginning. He looked kind of like that, but with a plague mask. And he was as tall or as short as that Muppet, kind of. And he would we lived by a cornfield back on the other side of the state before we moved over here. And he would come out of the cornfield and like come up to my window and like just like stab through the wall, and like I would wake up and I would see the knife stabbing through the wall, and I would run away, and I would turn around in my doorway, and he would be in the room and like chasing me, but like he would always have a different knife.
Knife Man.
Sometimes he would have a butter knife. Sometimes he would have like the typical like chef's knife. Sometimes he would have like a cleaver.
I'd rather have a chef's knife than like a butter knife.
I don't know, Aaron. It'll hurt more.
But
which
like,
one?
Whenever I would turn away
it's
and
dull,
then turn
you
back,
idiot. It'll hurt more.
Yeah, I'd rather have a sharp one than be stabbed with a butter knife. What?
You would rather have a sharp knife and do more damage.
I'd rather get stabbed by a guy with a sharp knife
than a butter knife.
I misunderstood. We agree.
Yes, you did what Aaron does sometimes.
Like I don't want someone to kill me with a spoon. You know what I mean? Like
you did what Aaron does sometimes, where he assumes that we're saying something and argues against it. It's like, well, we're saying that, and he's like, ah.
But yeah, I would just have that dream, and like it wouldn't end. I would just wake up, and then I would go back asleep, and I would dream that I was sleeping in my bed, and then somehow I knew that Knife Man was coming out of the corn again, and like my brain as a camera would fly over to the edge of the corn, and he would like come out of the corn, and I'd be like, oh no, I'm watching him come towards my room, and he's at the window, and then I would like fly into my head sleeping, and I would wake up. It's like this really stupid, very repeatable
horror movie
video game cutscene of a horror scene, and yeah, it was just I was terrified.
I don't often have dreams, or at least not too crazy ones that I really remember. Melanie has like crazy ones sometimes. She had one where like there was a Wendigo and it was like chasing after her or us or something like that, and she like started fighting it and like killed this Wendigo and chopped off its head. and then like the neighbors came over. And they were like, no, I don't, Deborah. And it was like their daughter. And like, she's like, you killed our daughter, you know? And she's like, what? And like, it's just like these weird dreams that she has. Like that, it's just, yeah, I don't know. Weird stuff sometimes. I usually just kind of go to sleep, I guess, and wake up and I'm like, I don't know what happened.
Calvin is Knife Man, your Batman origin story. Did you become the Knife Man?
Yeah.
Fighter
Kinda.
of the spoon. Man.
All right. Next question. Everyone got to say things, right? I think that's everyone good. Gotnissa says, hello guys, I was wondering if you have seen or played the board game The Goonies Never Say Die. The game plays through the 1985 movie and even provides sequel episodes. I would describe it as a simplified D&D, but having a blast playing it on tabletop sim. Miss your game nights. Man, have I seen this? I don't know if I have.
I've seen it. I have not played it.
I have definitely not played it. I don't
haven't
know if
played
I've
it.
seen it or not. I can't remember. But I've not played it. But it sounds neat, and I like D&D stuff. Error of the Face says, sneaking in a chat during day 2 of class to quickly ask, if you guys could have any video be your channel's #1 viewed video, what would it be? What would you want our channel's #1 viewed video to be?
The room reaction,
Is that what you'd pick?
maybe?
It's a pretty good
That would be pretty good.
example of what a reaction can be. Yeah.
Yes. Maybe not. I mean, I guess an example of what a movie could be.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that I want to go in the Library of Congress.
That one.
That one. Most views, I don't know. Maybe one of the D&Ds.
The D&D one. Man, I don't know. Whatever our next big video is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like whatever we work on that's like
Sure.
a bigger thing, whatever, you know, like a
No, it's such a antithetical question to my normal mind state, which is that it's not about getting one video very well. It's about having a good economy of views coming in every day, you know? So, but one that I think could be like, this is representative of, The Room is not too bad in terms of that, because it's truly transformative. That one. It truly is.
I don't know. If you say always the next one, like I don't have a specific one, but if it's
That's
always
what-
the
that's
next
what
one,
I was trying to think of.
it's
the
always
wording.
better.
Yeah.
Like one more view than last time.
Yep.
The
is
latest
always
video
better.
to come out, I want to have the highest views.
Yeah.
That way,
It's just stair steps
yeah,
every
it just
time,
stair
right?
steps.
Ah, there
Even
you
by
go.
one view would be amazing.
Aha.
True.
Mario Crazy Man says, was wondering if any of you guys listen to audiobooks much, and if you do, have any of you listened to Andy Serkis's reading of Lord of the Rings?
So I have listened to that. I believe he did it during lockdown. I don't think it's, unless the version I was watching, I might have been watching it live. It wasn't of the highest quality, so I don't know if I could necessarily stand to listen to him read the whole thing, you know, because he was just doing it online. But if there was like a high quality version of that, I think I definitely would listen to all of it, because he's a very, very talented orator. What's the right word for that?
Orator.
Orator.
I don't know.
Orator is a Harry Potter thing.
It is.
Orator is a speaker.
Gotcha. He's very good.
Orator. I've listened to audiobooks. I haven't listened to Andy Serkis reading Lord of the Rings, but
Yeah.
it is fun when it has some connection to things. Like the Ahsoka book that they had Ashley Eckstein reading it, and I was like, well, that's cool because it's fun to have like the voice actor who did this character is doing the reading of this book, and I like that.
Oh no, it's amazing when he gets to the parts with Gollum.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he just
right?
reads Tolkien's words as Gollum. It's fantastic. But he also does like impressions throughout. Very good.
He's good at that too.
Let's see. Star Killer says, hope this question's okay. Just wondering why you guys don't have anything related to show/movie like action figures and props during reactions anymore on the table in the recent reactions like you used to.
Well, we stopped doing it during the COVID procedures that we had for felt like a year.
Yeah.
Just because we were trying to not touch the same things around each other when we were keeping distance and mask and all that stuff. And I don't think we just really went back to it once we all went back to the table, because for me, it personally was very freeing to have a lot of space, you know?
And a table.
And a table, which is a fantastic move by me.
Think of the destruction with the
outstanding
bang
move.
on the table.
Yes, absolutely. But also, there would get to a point when we were putting stuff on the table where it just got to be like too much, like nerd vomit on the screen, if that makes sense. You know,
Sure.
like we don't want to like go crazy. I know a lot of people will point to like Red Letter Media making fun of that style by just literally being in like a mountain of merch, you know, and shilling whatever they're shilling or whatever. But no, I just keeping it a little cleaner look when we went back to the table, I thought was a good move.
I broke too many things,
You did break a lot of things.
so it was a real problem.
And what became a real problem too is that we would kind of have to have these things out and available for the 50 weeks it would take. So you would kind of like amass these like piles of different fandom stuff. And then when you'd be done with that, you would like, all right, let's just take this on the shelf. And then you have all this kind of like loose chaos on shelves and stuff. So
Yeah.
we're just trying to clean things up and make things a little more pleasant to look at.
Winsa says, "Hey guys, love your content. Keep up the great work. Any update on the Star Wars podcast you had hoped to start? Enjoy the rest of your day." This is one where like I feel like it's kind of in a similar state to what happened with the stuff on the table. It was
Mhm.
just like over complications of things happening and lockdown occurring and just
Yeah.
like everything got pushed back. But we haven't forgotten about it. It's still something we want to do. And we're still like shooting to get it rolling.
Definitely.
So
Maybe this year. Well, who knows? But once it starts, you'll be sick of Star Wars. I'm telling you. We'll talk about it for hours. We don't even have a Star Wars podcast, and I talk about it for hours.
It's true. This is often the Star Wars podcast.
But I really did. You know, we've been talking about it on and off for a very long time. But one of my things is like it would be nice to ramp that up more once we're finally done with Rebels, because when Rebels is done, we will have lost our weekly Star Wars thing. You know, so maybe around that time, look to see us making some progress. Hydrate. Huh.
Agkuma said, "Will any of you play Visage or Visage?
Visage.
The story is insanely good, and it's actually a fairly scary game." And then he had also said, "Add on to my question, Rick did say he had it on his list. So many that question goes for the rest of the crew. But is that a game you had on your list, Rick?
I do.
Have you seen his list?
Wow.
Which the one of things he's done,
No,
or
no, this is a list of going to play,
Things to do.
not has done.
It has
Oh,
been on
gotcha.
my list with Scream Stream.
Yeah.
I've looked at it a few times and stuff, and I just haven't gotten to that one. Played a lot of other games and stuff too, but no, I'm not against playing it or anything. It just isn't one I've gotten to, and then usually I don't play them until October because sometimes I feel like I'm running out of like what are the good horror games that people like watching people play and stuff. And I was
Yeah.
like, my first couple months of Scream streams when I was doing those, I felt like because I was streaming so much, I was playing through so many of them. I got through a lot of like the more popular, like you need to play this, you need to play this. I'm like, oh man, what do I do now? So I'm always looking at different scary games and stuff to play, and then pushing other ones towards like these guys. I haven't played some of them, so
My list of played games is up to 1,051.
All
Like
right.
finished?
Man, that's a lot.
No, just played.
Okay. What's your finished game
well,
list?
hang on. What is your conditions for played?
Condition for played, it depends on the game. So, like, if it's a mobile game and I play it for 15 minutes, depending on the mobile game, I guess.
Sure,
Like-
because like KOTOR is a mobile game now.
If I played it long enough to form an opinion about it.
Yeah, I don't know, Rick. You could play something 10 minutes and it's a 40-hour game and you could form an opinion.
Could do.
I don't know. I get you though. Yes, like it's hard to play all the games. You know,
It's hard to play all the games.
Oh yeah.
it's like
But,
it's like
like,
trying to watch all the TV.
But, like, ones I've beaten, like, they get the date that they were beaten. Like, I'll have ratings,
Yeah.
many reviews.
See, ones that you have beaten, I think is a list that I'd like because I feel like you have a better grasp and opinion on that. Like if there's a twist, if it's like things change, if there's a reason for how it was in the beginning. Then there's other games though where like I definitely can get like, well,
it's like Vampire
this was
Rain.
on IGN and it got a 1 out of 10. I start playing it for like 15 minutes. Like I understand now why. Never mind.
Yeah, like some games are only going to get worse.
Sure.
Posture check.
I didn't hydrate either.
Fool.
Crimson King says, Eric, I would really like Starkiller to be canon. Do you think it could happen, and how would you do it?
I think it could happen. Obviously, the presentation of the Force in those games would have to be way different with the Force Unleashed. But I would probably, you could go the Inquisitor route with him versus the Secret Apprentice. But yeah, I mean, I would like to see something like that. It's not on my list of like things, like high on my list of things I would like to see canonized. Sure. But any Sam Witwer is better. Whether he's a Rhodian that squeals on Boba Fett or a background stormtrooper talking about the newest thing.
I'll take thing. Eric, it is 4:30. How are we looking on the video? We
will look and see. The YouTube has gone up to 21,975. So what's probably going to happen is we might get it to the point where it says 22,000, but I truly believe it's right now close to 25,000.
Gotcha.
So what's going to happen, everybody, is where you're doing all this work and you're thinking it's not going up. Then tonight you're gonna be like you're gonna see it in your recommended because you've ruined your recommendations right now.
Yep.
You're gonna see it.
You've ruined your recommendation.
You're gonna see that number. You're gonna feel a sense of accomplishment, and then you're gonna hit not interested, so that doesn't pop up for you anymore.
iFan Ben 10 says, "Hey Blind Wave, have you guys ever watched Bruce Green from Funhouse stream a Star Wars prequel drunk script recital? They pretty much knew 80% of the words. It's great, and I highly recommend it."
I've never seen it, no.
I have not, and I'm not familiar with it.
I've heard of that channel, but not that video.
I've heard of
Funhouse is
person.
Funhaus.
Yeah.
I would check it out.
Okay.
T-Bag in chat says, if someone sees my YouTube recommendations, they're going to think I'm dying or something.
Man, get him some Tums.
Fake Khalid says, after Attack on Titan crashed streaming sites and trended everywhere around the world last Sunday, because it came back, the sub did, but not the dub. We're still waiting on that. There's been some discourse over what is the most popular modern anime and the most popular anime of all time. In your humble knowledge, what is the most popular anime, and also what is the most popular anime that you guys have heard of outside of your job and or haven't watched yet? So,
I mean, popular, like, it just depends how you define that, right? Like, if you talk about all-time sales,
yeah,
something like that.
When I think of popular, I think of, and this is probably incorrect, I think of, like, what is the average person? What would they at? Like, what would my dad answer?
Sure.
Because if it's reached him, it's reached a certain part of the zeitgeist that he is not exposed to.
It's like in video games, right? Like, do you know this guy? Do you know this guy? But almost everyone recognizes Mario.
Yeah.
You know, he's just become such a pop culture-y thing,
If you go like that, I think the only answer is Pokemon.
That's a pretty good one, I would feel like.
Probably one of the most popular animes. And, like, it's just franchise-wise, you know? Like, even if you don't know the anime itself, the franchise of toys and cards and games and everything has just pushed out so much that everyone at least is familiar with Pokemon and probably Pikachu.
Yeah, I would say in terms of what I haven't seen, One Piece is probably the most popular thing I haven't seen.
Sure.
I mean,
just in terms of like what I hear.
Shoot, what's it called? My something kitty?
I don't know about that
Hello
one.
Kitty?
Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's everywhere.
Is that an anime?
Yeah, it has an anime.
Damn, okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was just like a piece of clothing.
I'm not sure if it started with an anime, but I've seen the anime.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah.
Hello Kitty.
And that, is everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't know. It's hard to know what I don't know. And I don't know a lot of anime unless it's been like tossed to us or someone's mentioned it and recommended it or whatever, you know.
I can only like the requests that I've seen. It seems like One Piece is the highest of something we haven't. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is probably a second. Probably those two. For me and my personal, what would I consider that's popular that I haven't seen?
Gotcha. EJ510 says favorite movie or show you guys reacted to last year. Haven't caught up with the VODs yet, so I don't know if you guys have answered this already. So as far as things that we've reacted to, what was our favorite from last year? I mean, I think we talked last time about TV show wise. I know Eric and I both really liked Arcane.
Arcane was my number one. I think
Calvin did too, but I don't remember if that was your favorite or not.
It was tied.
What was the other one?
The Expanse.
The Expanse, yes. I've also really enjoyed Better Call Saul. As far as like things that we've reacted to that have been newer. Favorite movie wise that we've reacted to last year. I want my answer to be Ghostbusters Afterlife, but we watched it technically this year, but it came out last year.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with it anyway.
Okay.
So it's over the last year, so from today to 1/13/2021
days ago.
that's probably my favorite movie that we've reacted to. And we've reacted to some pretty good stuff. Like, you know, we were doing The Matrixes. Yep. We did Avatar was interesting. We had I don't know. We had some various movies towards the end of the year.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which is a fun reaction. I really enjoyed
a
that.
Lot of fun, yeah.
Yeah. So
I really enjoyed Dune.
Yeah, people that are on our Patreon know this is coming up, but I really enjoyed something that will be popping up soon. A little movie called Parasite. Yes. We recorded that this week, and that was a hell of a movie.
Did react to
so you can look forward to that and get on Patreon. Let's get it first.
Here we go. All right. We have Wheel Magic says, have you guys ever heard or watched a show called Superstore?
I don't believe so.
No.
Nope. I don't think so. If not, I highly recommend it. I think you guys would love the comedy.
Okay.
It's comedy.
Superstore.
It's not Parasite the Maxim.
I'm picturing a...
You spelled it wrong.
I'm picturing a cover that has like people in a cart, but I think it's a movie, but it might not be, so I'm not sure.
I also, just to plug, because Aaron did say it was one of his favorites of the year, Ghostbusters Afterlife is going to be up on Patreon tomorrow.
Ooh.
I'm actually getting it ready now. Because I sometimes have to do this because I have no free time.
All right. With this one from Muhammad, does anyone have one of the helmet merch anythings on them or around them?
Not on me or around me.
I wore my shirt yesterday and my cup is out in the kitchen right now, I think.
No. I'll get a cup.
Their question is, can you finally tell us which helmet is for which crewmate?
We absolutely can. So there was actually a pretty huge clue right in the video, if you didn't spot it. And the person that solved it within 2.5 minutes, maybe. However long it took them to get in the video to see that there was a giveaway, and they solved it pretty quick. So, but yeah, well, Rick is going to show us. Here's the cup version of it. I don't know how well, but yeah, Calvin. Oh, fucking Calvin's right there. Yeah. He's standing. I can't see you.
Why didn't you say I'm wearing this?
Because I sighed.
Yeah.
Stood up. I figured you guys would have seen me.
I can't see you.
I didn't even look at you.
So
all right.
If you go to our main reaction set, there's a poster in the back. It's kind of like our version of a Ruby team, and there's colors there. They relatively match. Rick would be the top, the red Mandalorian, and we all kind of picked our own Mando helmets. His is kind of based off of Mandalore the Ultimate helmet, kind of like a Neo Crusader headpiece cowl. On the right is me, blue and bronze / orange. If you look at the actual paint job, you can see the blind wave symbol in there, but it's kind of based off of the the heavy Mandalorian look from Mandalorian Season 1, Paz Vizsla. And then on the bottom, I don't know if you can guess who would be wearing green, but that is...
Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog here.
That is Aaron. Aaron, do you remember who you based your helmet off of? Like what style design?
I mean, there was no one specifically.
Yeah.
We were looking at some different helmet designs and stuff too, and I liked the semi spikes on the side, but I didn't want to go as far as like some of like just the spikes on the helmet.
Yeah.
But I like that, and then I'm pretty sure too the white marks are like the one side of the Blind Wave logo, like kind of pushing up through, so like it's kind of like it, but not quite.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't. It wasn't after any certain specific Mandalorian. I don't think.
Yeah.
It was more like a general design. I think it was like a. I can't remember if me or Calvin had one that was called Hunter or something like that. But I think that was one of the ones we had.
And then obviously that leaves with the purple and orange style Calvin with on the left there. So that is it. Now, for those that have either gotten the design or if you can see, there is a hidden Blind Wave symbol somewhere in this merch. So I didn't know if that'd be something that people have found yet or if it'll forever remain a mystery. Now, Pre Vizsla is from Clone Wars. Paz Vizsla is the heavy Mandalorian in The Mandalorian.
All right, so there you go. There's your answer for what they were.
Mystery solved.
Calvin, why were you standing up? Rick had a
My
cup.
legs were killing me.
Rick had a cup. I love that you were just standing there and you didn't say, "Oh yeah, I've got this." You made Rick run all the way out, come all the way back.
You looked at me.
Well, I asked, but I wasn't looking at your shirt though. I didn't pay attention.
Everybody else is wearing matching shirts, and I'm wearing this.
Hey, we are. Yeah, man. What? You didn't get the memo?
Everyone was teasing in chat when we started. It's like, oh, Calvin didn't get the memo. He didn't wear the right shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, where's Calvin's shirt?
Let's see here. We have Miss Timmy Fantastico who says, "Hey, Aaron, I was curious if you think you would have spilled your drink during Boba Fett if you had your own little table."
That hasn't been brought up at all.
No, not even a single time.
One, it's probably quite possible that it would have still spilled. Two, if you didn't notice in that video, I have a giant pillar to my left that cuts off my entire left side. Doesn't give me a lot of room.
Yep.
You know who doesn't get that?
He has to reattach his left side of his body every time he stands up.
You know who doesn't have that pillar? Anyone else.
Yep.
And like we've had cups fall off tables. No one around.
Sure, yeah. There's that one downstairs at the thing where just like, what happened? So, I mean, I could fit a table there, but then I leave myself no more room for anything. So, and this one was like, we'll put it around the pillar. I'm like, I have no room behind me at all. You're just gonna have a perfect circle. So we decided we'll just hire a guy that will stand there and hold my drink.
Yep.
Hand it to me when I'm thirsty.
Or it could be a certain level of Patreon tier
Yeah,
that only one person can be at.
To hold Aaron's drink.
That sounds
Obviously
ridiculous.
kidding.
Somebody probably would, though. Somebody's like, where do I apply? You don't want that job, damn lips.
Raytonp, I don't know how you say this one. R4IT0NP3.
Okay.
Right? Are you planning on seeing the Pokemon gameplay that came out this morning? I'm assuming that's going to be based on the Arceus game. So far, we watched the
Arceus.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Arceus.
No, not that one. However, I think we watched the first trailer when they announced it, and then I haven't seen much else. I've been trying to stay away. I know now that there's like some variant Pokemon in there. But last time it was very cool to play through in Sword and Shield and see some of the new variants that I didn't know about.
Sure.
And like what kind of like evolutions they had that I wasn't sure of or whatever. So I'm gonna save it. I plan on playing the game anyway. I'm gonna be playing that the first Monday after its release here on Twitch. So I'm not gonna watch the trailers or anything, and I'll be surprised and interested to see like what the game's gonna be like.
I'm a big fan of a YouTuber called John Austin Plays. He does a lot of Nintendo coverage, and I think I saw a video. It was like a Japanese version of some type of gameplay. So there was no, you couldn't hear, understand the the audio, the narration. But I saw a little bit of the gameplay mechanics, and it looks like a lot of fun. Probably something that I will play off stream.
Sure, I'm really excited for it. So, Sindratiku says, "Do any of you play chess or have an interest in it?"
I do.
I've certainly played chess, but I am not good.
I played
Neither
chess
am
at WaveCon. I enjoy it casually, and I like watching like speed chess sometimes on YouTube. But
Yeah.
other than that, it's a very casual interest for me.
Watch a fair amount of YouTube videos on chess, and I have chess on my phone.
I used to beat my grandmother's computer at chess, but that was like the first computer you could buy, so it wasn't necessarily good.
We've actually, my kids have been learning chess at home, so they've been wanting to play that more, either with me or mom or their uncle or each other or whatever. So that's been fun, like trying to get them to like understand how it works, the moves, and get thinking how to play. There's also another game that we had that was called Laser Chess, and I'd never played Laser Chess before, and we've been messing with that, and it's interesting where like you have both sides have a button and you shoot out a laser, and then all your pieces are little mirrors, except for some pieces that are like little shields. But if any of your pieces get shot from like behind or in the wrong angle from any laser, it removes that piece from the board. And there's like these little TARDIS looking pieces that are like your kings, and the goal is to try to get the other player's TARDIS thing to get hit by a laser, and then that's how you win. So
the first iteration I played of that was Ket 2.0.
Ket.
Or called Ket.
It's pretty fun. It's interesting. I was whenever I was playing at one point, my goal was like, all right, I'm gonna defend mine, but my goal was to get their laser to hit their little king TARDIS thing. Like that way they kill themselves. Like, haha, look what you did, you fool! Because after you've made your move, you always have to push your laser button. So you always have to think about, okay, where do I go? I'm gonna do this, and then you push your laser button, and you better be making sure of where yours is going. But sometimes things can be set up, and like you move one piece out of the way, and now the laser just goes somewhere entirely different, like so far, because it's bouncing off all these mirrors. So that's really fun. I like that one a lot too.
There's a game night video on the channel of me and Calvin playing the Duke, which is a chess-like game that I like quite a bit.
Yeah, that one's kind of fun.
Is that a card game?
No, it's an abstract game where you have tiles that are your chess pieces, and like the tiles have the moves on them, so like you don't have to memorize them or anything. But like after you move it, it flips over and now it moves differently.
Yeah.
So, really interesting, but it's the same sort of thing where you need to take the king.
Gotcha. All right. Running out of time, so we'll have to go through things here soon, but probably another question or two. Marito says, have you ever been spoiled in something very important and you had to act like nothing happened? I have been spoiled before. I do think there's been a few times where it's like, dang it. So like when something happens, I'm like, I feel like I'm kind of like, cool, but I'm not necessarily as excited as what I feel like I would have normally been. And I've been like biting my tongue on it so that I don't spoil anyone else or mention it or anything. So
Sure.
I feel like I've had things like that have happened before. I can't think of a specific one right offhand, but
I had a thing in Hawkeye.
Sure.
Yeah, I felt spoiled, so I just would try to keep my speculation quiet as I saw things pop up. And I did have thing in a movie that we watched relatively recently, that I'm like, I know this is going to happen, so I kind of it affected my, not enjoyment, but my expectation of the movie. But I just kept my mouth shut and was able to do what everyone else did when they watched a reaction video. I was able to get that secondhand, that feeling. So
sure, yeah. No, I was thinking of two things like that with you, and I was like, both of those, if you watch the video, it's kind of said at some point of like, okay, there's something that I know, yada yada.
Yeah. If it's something I know, I would try to just not talk about it until it's revealed, and then say that I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want to. If I know something, I don't want to say it. And that's one of the things that sucks too. Is like sometimes there might be something that like we're all spoiled on, or like different people are spoiled on, but you can't talk about it because if they're not spoiled on it, you don't want to be like, oh, I got spoiled on this. You're like, me too.
Well,
or be like, wait, what? Like
yeah, and there's certainly been things where it's like I don't know if I've been spoiled.
Sure.
Like,
Sometimes it's
I heard
speculation,
something,
right?
and I don't want to like say it or expect it, and then it doesn't happen, and then it's changed my reaction a different way because
Sure.
now I was expecting something that wasn't going to happen at all. So that certainly happened before too.
Yeah. Rick, Calvin, what about you guys? Can you think of? I guess you don't have to say it specifically either, but if you have any moments that you can think of.
Nothing comes to mind. I'm sure it's happened. I can't think of any instances.
Sure.
Yeah, nothing really as big as what Aaron and Eric got spoiled on.
I guess there was one in a Clone Wars reaction. I
Yeah,
got spoiled in the reaction.
True.
Yeah.
It's the only one I can think of off the top of my head.
So nothing though that just pops out.
nothing that pops out. No.
I did do that to Rick in a Lost reaction one time.
That's
I'm
true.
like,
You
remember
did.
that one scene when this happened? That whiskey was seen here? He's like, no. And I'm like, you fool. You remember things. And then that scene happened like 5 minutes later. I'm like, oh, shit.
Well, now you know it's important. You should
Yeah.
remember that.
That happened to me and to Rick one time.
I was spoiled about Aaron opening that door in that commercial.
Yeah, you totally were. And we'll be spoiled over and over again.
All right. Let me ask one more here. Cthulhu Hoop. Cthulhu Hoop.
There is.
Okay. What show that you haven't seen are you most interested in getting to in the future?
Oh, okay.
So, is there a show you know you haven't seen that you really want to watch at some point?
Well, my answer to this was Better Call Saul. Because it would keep popping up on my Netflix recommended. I'm like, I can't. No.
Sure. I think mine is probably still the Battlestar Galactica. Has
Okay.
been one where like I really feel like I would enjoy this show, but I've heard it's supposed to be a good like people were like, oh, that'd be a good reaction or something like that. So I'm like, I
Mhm.
haven't watched it and I want to watch it, but it's just been like in the back of my mind. I'm like, I want to watch this at some point.
Yeah.
I think mine is Mobile Suit Gundam Iron Blooded Orphan.
Okay.
Just because I found a song from it that I've been listening to for years. I
Oh.
love it so much. I've heard the show's really good,
Sure.
but I haven't watched it.
I think I had one like that where I heard a song. It's on my like raid playlist and stuff on Spotify, but I think it's from an anime called Future Diary or something like that.
Yeah.
But I heard the song like, oh, this song's really cool. Like I wonder where this is from, and I found out it was from Future Diary. And I looked up like an image, like, oh, well, what's well, what is this? And like the cover of it had like a redhead. I'm like, sounds like I'd like it. I should watch this. So, but I don't know like anything about it except for like there's a redhead, and
Yeah.
there's this song, and the song's really good. So.
Nice.
I think
I don't know what it is.
mine also has been Dark. I really want to check out Dark. And now that we've kind of had some more experience with watching things in a sub with live action, it might be something that, we've had it on a poll before, but it might be something that I would want to try to pursue in the next year or two. Be Dark.
We need like one of those like the window where people can watch from behind us
Yeah.
of a reaction.
Uh-huh.
And they have a little microphone, and then I can wear a little earpiece, and they can just talk to me like when you're at like the UN,
UN.
and they
yeah.
can
You
like,
need a translator?
and they can just
Sure.
tell me what's being said, and I can just watch. Well, because
yeah,
like
but then they have to do voice acting.
the
and shit.
last one we did, I was like, I'm not gonna take any notes because I don't want to miss anything like I did last time. Because the last time or two that we did it, I felt like I missed something. So I'm like, I'm just watching. I took no notes the whole time we did like the most recent one.
We'll just sync it up for you, and you can have an earpiece in with the dub,
Yeah, there you go.
like running at the same time.
That'd be great. And I can just listen to that.
Yeah.
That way, if I look down, I still know what's being said, and I can look back up, and like I can hear what they're saying. I can hear what's being. I don't have to read it. I can just write down if I need to.
Use your,
and
you use your 2 ears.
I can use both my ears,
Good
Eric.
for you.
It'd be great. Calvin, did you have any? Did you say one?
Mostly because Carmen is reacting to it, and she really wants to talk to me about it. So Fringe.
Fringe.
Oh. Sorry.
Um,
I have another one, Samurai Champloo.
Yeah, that'd be good too.
maybe I've seen a couple clips of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and it seems like something that we would enjoy.
I've certainly seen
maybe
2 or
that
3
one?
memes of that.
Yeah. But other than that, it's mostly just things that I want to share with you guys.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. It's like, oh, I've seen this. I would like you guys to watch this.
Yeah.
Understand that.
Having to be in my corner with Fringe. Yes. Yes, Carmen. Yes. I knew I liked her.
All right, I think that's going to be all for our questions today. If you didn't get your question read, you'll have your points back, so don't worry about that. Also, if we haven't, there was a posture check that happened earlier and a hydrate. I don't know if we did them or not, but they're there. I'm posturing.
Time for bits and donations.
Let's read off bits and donations, Rick.
Not me.
Oh,
I'm not allowed.
I'll read them. Hang on. We can get there. I'll go.
I'll give the update. We are at 22,000, like close to 500. So the numbers are going up faster since the beginning of the stream. But like we said, guys, and I didn't really think about this whenever I said we should fucking do this, is that we do have a kind of like a limiter right now on live YouTube counting. But I fully expect in a couple hours this thing is going to skyrocket.
Yeah, we'll get the final count.
Yeah.
On our group stream tomorrow when we play Halo Infinite multiplayer. And
Yes, join us.
Yo, that's going to be so fun. I can't wait. I've been wanting to do that for a month.
Yeah.
For a month. All right, so let's get through some bits and donations. Thank you so much to the Rule-Making Rat, who resubscribed for 15 months. Anarista, who resubscribed for 30 months.
Thank you.
Garrick Loran resubscribed for 53 months.
Woo.
Luis Julie, who resubscribed for 26 months. Put a little heart. Thank you so much. Captain Cold cheered 5 bits, said, I think it's happy, healthy weight, healthy look day, Korean American day, make your dream come true day, Peach.
No way. I'm sorry.
What you guys
I'm
doing?
sorry.
What you guys doing? Make a lot of noise over there.
He picked me over there. He's like, Eric, look. And I looked over, and the view count says 300,000 views. And I was like, just looking at it for like 15 seconds. I'm like, what do you mean? He hacked the inspect page thing.
Oh.
All right.
You idiot.
Peach Melba Day, Rubber Ducky Say, Rubber Ducky Say? Rubber
You're
Ducky
the
Day?
one.
It's supposed to be Rubber Ducky Day.
Yeah.
And then Sticker Day, Public Radio Broadcasting Day, Stephen Foster Memorial Day, 2000 Bill Gates steps down as CEO of Microsoft, 1968 Johnny Cash plays at Folsom State Prison, happy 32nd birthday to Liam Hemsworth, 56th birthday to Patrick Dempsey, 27th birthday to Natalia Dyer, and 45th birthday to Orlando Bloom, and 61st birthday to Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Chaos Theory cheered 100 bits. I'm sad this week will be the final time hearing Eric sing the Expanse intro.
Oh, I'm going to have to sing it good tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Man, we all will. Different harmonies.
It'll be like an anime. We don't get it for the last one.
Right?
No.
Tattoomo89 resubscribed on a 30-month streak. Camera
Thank you.
Tages resubscribed on a 13-month streak.
Thank you.
Captain Cold cheered 5 bits. Everyone on the crew should audition for a part in an ad. Could be anything. And when they are uploaded to YouTube, it'll be a race to see which gets the most views in a week.
Who has the most devices at home that they can play the ad on?
Big Blasian Boy resubscribed for 15 months. Chase Way resubscribed for 13 months with a little heart.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Baronata has subscribed for the first time. Blended Music subscribed for the first time with their Prime, which if you have Prime, don't forget you can subscribe to your favorite Twitch streamers, whoever they may be.
Also, if
Could be
you
us.
have Prime, I'm pretty sure right now, is it true that you can get Jedi Fallen Order for free?
I
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so.
I think you can get Jedi Fallen Order for free with the Prime account right now. So do that if you haven't played that
I
game.
should do that.
It's really
You
good.
You should.
Do right now.
Hilding cheered 100 bits. Weekly Loving.
Ding.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Gracie resubscribed for 9 months with a 2-month streak saying, loving the Mass Effect streams. I should go.
I should go.
I should
Oh, okay. It's one of those things.
Yep.
I haven't played it, so I don't realize it.
go. My name is Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite podcast on the Citadel.
Bendelac1 has resubscribed for 16 months.
Thank you.
Woo! 1 year, baby. Thanks for all the amazing content you guys always put out. You're awesome.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
Woo.
Cal on a Turtle subscribed for the first time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alicia subscribed for 41 months. Pretty big number.
Yeah.
Pretty
yeah.
big.
Calder Robin subscribed for 31 months.
Thank you.
Jello John Tichi has subscribed for the first time.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Moralon resubscribed for a 29-month streak. 32 months
you.
total.
Very much.
Atoya was resubscribed for 39 months.
Thank you.
Woozy has resubscribed for 13 months. Xavier has subscribed for the first time with their Prime. Thank you so much. And Magic Head Psycho has resubscribed for 13-month streak.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And that looks like everything. Thank you guys so much. We don't have, obviously, a good count on where this video is that has been talked about and all that.
Hyped.
Right now, we're saying 22,653 being at the end here. So even though that number is much, much higher, I want to thank everybody for letting me live my dreams
Yeah.
this last week and watching this climb and climb and climb so quickly for something that is so local
Something so local. It is. It's true.
for
And-
us. So thank you. It's a lot of fun.
And we have 505 comments.
505 comments.
Yep.
Nice.
Over 2,000 likes now.
Mm.
And I think 3 dislikes.
That's Heartburn's dislikes.
Yeah, right? Fucking heartburn.
And also thank you to Ybor, who just subscribed for the first time with their Prime.
Yeah,
Thank
Appreciate
you.
Guys, that should be it. We'll be back tomorrow with Halo Infinite multiplayer. If you want to join in with us, we'll probably be doing the big matches again.
Mhm.
PC, we'll probably share the link in Discord. If you are playing on Xbox through the Microsoft stuff, add me, and I'll try to get everybody in that I can. My name's ATopGun23 on that one. I think I made my own account 007 at some point. Couldn't find how to get back into it.
Well, damn.
Sad face.
No one else uses that name, so I don't know what happened. But yeah, thank you guys so much. We'll be back tomorrow. Rick's gonna be having his Ghost of Tsushima Saturday. I should be hopefully defeating the champion of Brilliant Diamond this week. That's been my goal for the last 2 weeks, so hopefully that's what's gonna be happening. I should actually be taking them on in like a serious method, I think.
Yeah.
Calvin has Halo Infinite single player
Yeah. Campaign.
on Tuesday,
Tuesdays at 6.
and then Eric will be back with Mass Effect 3 on Wednesday.
Indeed.
But otherwise, guys, thank you so much. We appreciate it, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah.
For
And
Halo.
yes, Halo multiplayer is cross-platform.
Indeed. Hopefully see you then. Bye.
I should go.
Shepard.